Hi guys, it's Tuesday and I'm looking at your packet and I'm on page, of course, PW126 is what we're looking at today. I thought it best that I go over this packet. It's for Tuesday and Wednesday, but I'm going to go over some things on here that may be difficult. Something that I could walk you through that make maybe a couple of these problems, and it'll help you complete this page a lot easier. Okay, so again, I'm on PW126, and we're the title of the page is Algebra Change Linear Units, and they want you to complete and tell whether you multiply or divide. Okay, so we're going to complete first, and then we're going to tell whether we're multiplying or dividing. I've done example number one, part of it for you already. So let's look at number one. It says here 48 inches equals how many feet? So we're going to be doing horse to fly, fly to horse. And of course, if you notice, we're going from inches to feet. Inch is a small unit, feet would be a larger unit, right? So we're actually going from a small unit to a large unit. So fly to horse, divide, of course, right? Fly to horse, divide, of course. Okay, so now, since we're going to divide, let's look at our problem. I rewrote it down here. I actually gave you the answer. Oh well. Okay, so again, inches to feet. So we are actually dividing. Let's rewrite F for fly, H for the horse. Fly the horse, divide, of course. Okay, so now you need to know how many inches are in 1 foot. And most of you already know that, but let's look at our chart just to remind us. We're looking at our customary units chart here. And of course, this is length. So we are looking at inches and feet, and 1 foot is equal to what? 12 inches. So when we get down to our problem here, that's what we need to divide by, the number 12. We always divide by the larger number, right? Now we're actually not dividing, are we? We have learned that we can just what? Multiply and make it easier. That means we work the problem backwards. So what number times 12 will give you 48? And if you said 4, you are correct, because 4 times 12 is 48. So we will put a 4 here. Okay, so 48 inches equals 4 feet. So I'm going to go back on my page here and I'm going to write my answer 4. Right? 48 inches equals 4 feet. And of course we are dividing. Okay? Now let's look at number 2. All right, now number 2 is going from feet to yards. Again, we're going from a smaller unit, feet, to a larger unit. So we're doing what? Fly to horse, divide, of course, right? Feet to yards. Okay, now, again, that's 36 feet equals how many yards? Now, you have to ask yourself a question. And we know we're dividing, right? So, but by what number am I dividing by, Miss Smith? What number? So how many feet are in a yard? If you can't remember, look at your chart. There it is on your chart. 1 yard equals what? 3 feet. So remember, you always divide or multiply by the larger number. And the larger number, of course, is 3. Okay? 1 yard equals 3 feet. So we're going to divide by 3. So this is our problem. I've already written it down. And so we're going to divide by 3. But we're not actually dividing, are we, guys? What are we doing? We're multiplying. Ask yourself a question. What number times 3 is going to give me 36? And if you said 12, you're correct. So my answer is 36 feet equals 12 yards. Okay? 36 feet equals 12 yards. That is my answer. Okay, so I'll go back to my paper. And of course, I would write my 12 here. 36 feet equals 12 yards. And of course, what are we doing? We are dividing, so we would write divide. Okay. Now, let's look at number 3. Number 3 would be 4 yards equals so many inches. We're going from a large unit to a small unit. We're used to this. It's what? Horse to fly, multiply, right? So, horse to fly, multiply. So, 4 yards equals how many inches? So, if you can't remember how many inches are in a yard, look at your chart. What does your chart say? 1 yard equals what? 1 yard equals 36 what? Inches. Okay, so we need to multiply 4. Let's come down to our problem here. We need to multiply 4 times what? 36, right? And that will give us our inches. So we can just simply rewrite this over to the side, and cross multiply makes it a lot easier. 36 times 4. 4 times 6 is 24. Regrouping. 4 times 3 is 12 plus 2 would give me 14. So my answer would be 144 inches. Okay, so 4 yards equal 144 inches. So on my paper, I'm going to write 144 inches. And are we multiplying or dividing? We are multiplying. Okay, very good. Now, let's go down to number 4. Okay, number 4. You ready? Number 4 reads 3 miles equals how many feet? 3 miles equals how many feet? Now we're going from miles to feet. Again, we're going from a large unit to a what? Small unit. This one's pretty easy. It's going to be what? Horse to fly, multiply. But maybe you can't remember how many feet are in a mile. Let's go up to the top and look at our chart. In a mile, you have this chart. I forgot to tell you that. It's page 231. Page 231 in your packet, next to the last page. Okay? So, again, 1 mile is equal to 5,280 feet. So that means I have to multiply this problem. I'm going horse to fly, multiply, right? So I am multiplying. Let me write my problem down here right quick. I'm going to have to multiply. This is my problem. I rewrote it. You will too, because you won't have enough space. 5,280 equals how many feet? Now when I multiply, I can't just multiply going across. I'm going to have to rewrite my problem. 5,280 times 3. 3 times 0 would give me 0. 3 times 8 is 24. Regrouping. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 2 would give me 8. 3 times 5 would give me 15. You can't see that. 1, 2, 3. Place values over and you put a comma. So my answer would be 15,840 feet. 15,840 feet. And of course, I'm going to go ahead and write it on my sheet. For number 4, should be 15,840 feet. And we are again multiplying. So I'm going to put multiply. Okay? Now, number 5. Number 5 looks very familiar, doesn't it? You're going from miles to yards this time. Miles to yards. So 2 miles would equal how many yards? 2 miles will equal how many yards? Okay? So let's go back up to our chart and we can see what we can multiply by. We're looking at miles to yards. Remember, there are 1,760 yards in 1 mile. Okay? 1,760 yards in 1 mile. So when I multiply, I come down to my problem. I am multiplying because we're going from a what? Go back up to my problem here for one moment. We're going from a large unit to a small unit, so that's horse to fly, multiply. And I rewrote the problem down here. Okay, so we have 2 miles equals how many yards, right? So we already said it's going to be 1,760. 2 times 1,760. So of course I need to rewrite that. 1,760 times 2. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 7 is 14. Plus 1 will give me 15. And then 2 times 2 will give me, 2 times 1, is 2. Plus 1 will give me 3. So my answer is 3,520. 3,520. So on my paper, and you should be writing this also, 2 miles equals 3,520 yards. And of course, I just multiplied again. Okay, number 6 I'm not going to do. It's pretty simple. Let's look at the rest of your paper. I think the rest of this sheet is pretty self-explanatory. You just need to fill in the chart here, right? Should not be difficult. Okay, that's all for page 126. PW126 is our page number here. Go ahead and complete that and look out for the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.